from entertainment value, I feel like I wanted to do a lot more. I also feel like Usman did exactly what he had to do to neutralize me. Was not really leave himself in my area and constantly, take it to the safest place that it was for him, So I knew that going into the fight, and that was a big concern if I had the gas tank to do it, to keep me off him. I knew that I could wrestle with him when he'd get into my legs, but I had to have enough energy to keep exploding off the cage, and it's something that I didn't have that day. My legs were a little flat. I don't want to make excuses, man. It is what it is. Once you sign to fight, you sign to fight. You don't, at least me and the way that I came up, I'm not going to sit here and the facts are all out there, and if I could get this rematch, immediately or whenever it happens, I'll be in much better shape, and I'll give a much better representation of myself, man. That fight was good, and I feel like I could do better, man.
Is that the reason you guys were friends at the end? Because I was surprised to see how friendly you were, even though fighters often do that because they respect the courage that it takes to do that.
Well, I told him some things, and we both agreed on it, and it was just like, all right, cool, and he understood where I was coming from. I understood a little bit where he was coming from, and let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? I have respect for everybody in the sport that gets in the cage. Leon Edwards. People might think I dislike him the most. What happened, but I still have respect for that man. How he makes his money. I know better than anybody in the world how that makes man. Every man and woman that gets in the cage. I know how they make their living. So I respect everybody. It's just I don't want to be disrespected, and I got a mouth on me too. So if you're gonna say things, I got to defend myself.
Jorge Masvidal with us. Jorge Masvidal with us on ESPN Radio. I was blasting.
He was going to give us
yesterday.
something good there. Hold on a second. You're from Miami. What, Jorge?
What happened?
You know what? We all have a mouthpiece and a set of hands down here. It's just standard. We could talk and we could back it up at any moment. 6-day notice, 6-week notice, don't matter. We're ready. I don't know if it's in Miami. Maybe it's in the water. I don't know. It's like get ready water.
Now talk,
Masvidal with us.
Have you done radio
before?
Have you done radio before? Do you know how to do this?
Well, I mean, you threw it back to Jorge for him to give us something good, and I think we should have just kept moving forward. But anyway, Jorge Masvidal with us here on ESPN Radio. Listen, yesterday, thank you, Jorge, I was blasting Usman because I spent money on that fight to watch you, to support you. I was up till 1 a.m. until that thing started, okay? And what I witnessed was not a fight. That guy does not fight. What he does is he holds you against the fence and he steps on your toes. That is not fighting. He squares up with you in the middle of the octagon. You end him in less than a minute, Jorge. Am I wrong?
I'm not going to say you're wrong, my brother. And but it's part of fighting. People got to stick to what they're good at. I try to stick to what I'm good at. It's just I didn't have the gas tank that I needed to keep the fight at my range the whole time to make it work for me, So I just I feel like I let a lot of people down in that sense,
Did you have in your game plan that he would be such a toe stomper?
Yeah, but there's like one of those things I don't care, Yesterday I was it doesn't hurt, I was bike riding yesterday, played some spike ball after my 6 miles of bike riding. I went to the gym today, worked out, So I'm in perfect health. I got some stitches in my face. That's the only thing that's stopping me from getting in the mat. One of them came from a headbutt. One of them, I think, was an elbow. So, yeah, it'll be like 8 days till I get back on the mat. But I'm in the gym. I'm running. I'm lifting, playing spike ball, staying active,
Have you gotten some numbers yet to know how much you made on the fight?
Well, so far, I don't like to go off what I see on the internet. I like to wait, and it takes 60 to 90 days to really get a solid picture of what's coming your way, right? So anything else before that, I could be just hyping myself up. So I like to wait. But what we're seeing from the pre-sales that they do have already kind of have told us, we did really, really, really good. We broke a lot of records just on pre-sales.
What does that mean, though? Like, if you had to guess where you want this to be in terms of money, after talking so much about the money, what would be the low end?
It's a good low end. I don't know if I should say it, man.
Well,
listen,
Sonnen told us.
I'll explain something so you know a little better. They came to me with a deal at first that I did not like, and we were not willing to take a part of it. and all this craziness happened. Didn't have anybody to step in 6-day notice. It was willing to cut whatever amount of weight they had to in 6 days, travel across the world and compete against the current world champion. They didn't have nobody else. So I had leverage, you could say, right, on my side. And we gambled on myself that this would be a high-drawing pay-per-view, and I didn't get that much money guaranteed, but I did gamble on the pay-per-view side. And I went hard on that. I made it worth my while to cut the amount of weight and take the fight in such short notice. You know, so on that side, I did gamble. Like I say, I always gamble on myself. I'm always all in on myself. And hell yeah.
Sonnen said he made $8 million.
I think Darnell. I forgot. No, I was just about to say, huh? Oh, the guy from Dave Chappelle's show. You know, he had that famous saying that I can't say it on air, but I'm rich.
Okay, all right. So
you still babysitting? I mean, what are we
hold
doing
on
here?
a second. So Chael Sonnen made $8 million. He told us for Anderson Silva. He had a mouth too. He could sell his fights. You're assuming you're going to make more than that, yes?
Well, that's a no-brainer. You could just because it's numbers. When my numbers finally get the totality of it, and then you just add up the numbers to his, and then that's it, you know. And then know that I got a little bit extra hooked up, you know. I got like things were good, you know.
Does the loss affect your value for the next fight very much?
This sport truly relies solely on the people, right? So it's up to the people, and the people could make their decisions or not, you know. As far as I go, my head's in a great place. It's in a better place before I went into the fight. It's in a much, much better place. I have a much more clear path on what I need to work on and what I need to keep improving on, and what's going to work. You know, I have a lot of math on this guy. I have a lot of data on this guy, and I like what I see.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.